I begin today by acknowledging the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, traditional custodians of the land on which this podcast is recorded today. Also pay respects to the elders past and present, and extend that respect to any other Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander people who may be listening today. This is Melanated in Melbourne, a podcast designed to give an insightful look into the Australian lifestyle from the lens of two Black American besties.
Hello, Melanation. This is Nicole.
And I'm Ri'chard.
And this is a mini Melanated in Melbourne because we're just going to have a little bit of fun.
A little bit of fun?
A little bit of fun. I know. Unheard of. We're usually so serious.
So very serious. I don't even know how to spell fun.
Yes, but we have a bit of time to kill before our very special guest gets here. And I think we should take a little BuzzFeed quiz.
BuzzFeed is still around?
I mean, the website's still up. I
haven't seen a BuzzFeed quiz anywhere, but I honestly think that's because I'm not on Facebook. Like, I have it, mostly from my distant relatives. Like, hello, everyone, I'm still alive. BuzzFeed. And I post, like, every 5 months, and then... Yeah, I haven't seen, like, not that you can't really share BuzzFeed quizzes on Instagram, so I guess that would be why you think, are people still, either way.
I know. Listen, I didn't think she was around either, but she seems to be still here, still kicking her way through the quiz land. I love that that's what she's been reduced to. It used to be like Cosmo. Would you take the Cosmo quiz?
Yeah, Cosmo.
And I was like, oh, do you want to take a BuzzFeed quiz? But she's riding off into the sunset. Okay, so... Here's one of our stupid options. Eat your way through fast food breakfast and we'll guess which age you had your first kiss. Okay, Ri'chard's face for the viewers at home is completely scrunched up right now.
I'm trying to understand how fast food, first of all, I'm not a breakfast person, but how is my breakfast? You know what? Yes, I want that one. Send me that one and then we'll take that together.
Okay, that sounds really good. And it kind of looks like this quiz is tailored for Australians, which is pretty funny.
I didn't really know there were that many breakfast places to be had here.
I am a bit confused. Listen, we're learning so very much. I have texted you.
I have received said text. I'm opening said text.
That's fabulous.
It is loading, everyone.
We love the load.
Fascinating. Stop this. Okay, I am ready.
All right, great. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, it is for Australians.
Yeah, it is. Okay. What are you getting from the Hungry Jack's breakfast menu? Sausage, egg, Turkish brekkie roll, Jack's brekkie roll, big BBQ brekkie wrap, or 2 pancakes. I cannot tell you the last time I've had fast food breakfast.
No, that's what I was thinking as well. When you said fast food breakfast, I was thinking American ones, but I guess there's Hungry Jack's and there's McDonald's. Do you have yours already? Because I am not a breakfast person, so I'm just like looking at these pictures.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to go with the Jack's brekkie roll only because I hate seeds on my buns.
Ooh.
Like the sausage, egg, Turkish, like I love Turkish bread, which is weird because like I know there's seeds on those, but for some reason it just looks unappealing and that egg chunk just...
Yeah, the Turkish brekkie roll, it looks a bit sad. It looks like she came from the old country. She's like, do you know how many potatoes I had to pick and field before moving here, before Hungry Jack gave me better life where I could be better breakfast roll? She looks like a small violin is playing in the background. Just too much? Okay.
I mean, what's the counter on how many random countries by we, I mean you, the royal we, specifically you, going to offend on this podcast? What's the number? Because I'm certain there's a counter.
It is not my, purpose to offend. It is more to reach out to multiple cultures. And to have them feel like they are involved. But I don't know. It's going to be countless. It will be countless.
Well, I've made my selection.
I think I'm going to go with the 2 pancakes. I don't know. I'm like a pancake person. I'm a pancake.
You cannot get pancakes
Why
from
am I not allowed
a
to
burger
eat
place because
pancakes?
they were frozen and like it's already bad. This entire menu is not good for you. But
I
frozen,
like
they don't have a
pancakes.
pancake maker. Those are frozen pancakes from 2023.
I've already selected it. Sorry.
Live your best life. And the next item, what are you getting from Guzman y Gomez breakfast menu? I didn't know they had a breakfast menu. First
I didn't either.
We talked about them briefly on the food episode, I think. This is their fast food Mexican. It's tolerable.
Yeah. Do you mind reading out some of the options?
I was getting to it.
Sorry.
Let me have my I let you have your Boris Johnson impression for 6 years. Let me have my moment to talk about how I don't like this restaurant. Anyway, their food is average, but the menu options, the pictures look kind of cute. So the first option is guacamole or avocado on toast, ew, this is the most plain looking guacamole or avocado on toast I've ever seen. Brekkie burritos, brekkie quesadillas, or scrambled egg bowls.
Yo, who's having nachos in the morning? Who's having nachos for breakfast?
Honestly, me.
Yeah?
I picked it.
I do love a tortilla chip, but damn, if I'm starting my day off, that meant like I didn't go like.
Nicole, if you have having breakfast at this venue, you lost the plot. It's like that one episode of Rugrats where she's like, "Why are you making chocolate pudding at 3 a.m?" He's like, right. "I've lost all control of my life."
That's right. Poor Stu. Poor Stu. I think I'm gonna go brekkie burrito because that feels like safest to me. The guacamole avocado on toast just
looks. It is literally just avocado, and it looks
so upsetting.
Plain.
It looks so plain.
Someone told me that clean dick tastes like avocado.
You know what? Stop.
And I have never been able to unhear it, so I wanted to make sure that someone else could suffer with me because every time I see avocado, I think about clean dick.
Stop. Stop. Security, please.
Please. She brought sushi into the booth, everyone. There's no food allowed. Nicole ate sushi in the booth.
I did,
so
and I'll do it again.
If security's coming, he's taking us both there.
They're taking me out. They're driving me out. They're dragging me out by my prawn and avocado roll.
Stop.
I needed sustenance. Otherwise, I would have to get this sad guacamole on toast. I think I'm going brekkie burrito.
I love that for you.
Okay, and you went scrambled egg nacho bowl?
I give me the nachos. Give me breakfast nachos because if I'm eating it, if we're going chaos, go full chaos. Don't half-ass it.
Yes, brekkie burrito. Alrighty. What are you getting from Subway's breakfast menu? Not a goddamn thing, but let's see.
Honestly, none of these things.
Let's see. Okay. Bacon and egg sub, egg and cheese wrap, ham, egg and cheese sub, ham, tomato, and cheese sub. Now, when they say egg, surely this egg was grown in some sort of test tube. Because it just looks so.
That's a hard-boiled egg cut in the strangest fashion I've ever seen in my life.
I don't even think like the white of the eggs don't be thick. Like I don't know. I'm having a tough time trusting this egg.
I mean, when you hard-boil them and slice them in that direction, they would look like this. Doesn't make them look appealing.
But why do they look like hockey pucks? Like I'm just
because
so
Subway does their sandwiches sideways. They have to.
I'm so confused.
They gotta cut it so that there's enough egg to go all the way across, so you get something in every bite.
I just don't trust it. I just don't trust the egg.
I'm jumping into the bacon and egg sub. I'm gonna contradict myself from my last answer, where it's like because the other subs are hella plain, and I hate that.
Yeah.
But this looks like the Italian urban cheese, and I rarely eat Subway, but when I do, Italian urban cheese is my bread, and that's what it looks like here. Yeah. So I'm going bacon egg sub for me.
I think I'm gonna choose the egg and cheese wrap just because.
Why are you wasting your money?
I just looking at the egg slice. The egg is looking. I don't think I should be looking at this part of the egg, and I think I'm having a tough time. I'm having a tough time wrapping my mind around it. Clearly, I'm closed-minded about eggs.
Clearly, you are about to pay $10, $12 for things you have at home.
But egg and cheese wrap.
I love that for you. So we're gonna keep it rolling. The menu I actually used to be familiar with, even though their food is also disgusting and awful. What are you getting from the Macca's breakfast menu? Bacon egg McMuffin. Hot cakes with butter and syrup, chicken and bacon McMuffin, and big brekkie burger.
Oh my gosh. So only in Australia, you're going to have chicken and bacon McMuffin? Who invited chicken to breakfast?
You going to be mad at me? Because that's
not you choosing the chicken. That is a lunch item.
So McDonald's is problematic to begin with, and obviously boycotting them. But when they were allowed to eat, I only had their chicken nuggets because everything else tasted wrong.
Yes,
I can't explain what it is, but McDonald's just always tastes wrong. So I only had chicken from them. So a chicken bacon McMuffin in. Don't give me none of that meat.
I mean, yeah, it is just like, and this big brekkie burger, remember Good Burger?
The Mondo burger? Yes, it does look like a Mondo burger.
A goddamn Mondo burger. So I will not be getting that. That's like the type of burger you eat it and then you're just going to grow something somewhere. Like a third titty is going to pop up. Something crazy is going to happen because it just looks like it's just pumped full of stuff that you don't need to be having. And I was accosted by my hotcakes.
Oh, Lord.
So I'm going to go bacon and egg McMuffin because that's actually what I would get. But I'm a sausage egg McMuffin kind of girl.
You'll have shitty pancakes for Hungry Jacks, but you will skip the hotcakes. At least they put effort into this picture.
I'm trying to mix it up a little bit.
Diversify your breakfolio.
I'm trying to do my breakfolio. Yeah, I'm going to go bacon and egg McMuffin.
Okay.
Yep. Great. Good. Okay. And which breakfast drink are you getting from Gloria Jeans? Gloria Jeans! God, I haven't heard this in such a long time. Cold... Okay, hold up. Let me get my glasses. Cold brew caramel latte. Caramel latte. Oh, why am I...
I know, you were adding all the caramel latte.
Caramel latte.
Like Sally Field, even though her name is Sally Field.
Yeah. Like little gitchy, ya, da, da. I saw all those vowels and my brain just started to panic. Okay, cold brew, caramel latte, mint chiller with Oreo cookies, mudslide mocha, or Irish nut.
Now, you know damn well which one I'm going to pick. You know without a doubt which drink on this menu I'm picking.
Give me some of that nut.
I don't drink coffee, but there's nothing wrong with a little Irish nut. But also everything else is chocolate in it. So because there's no actual chocolate things in this listing, that was also my option. But the Irish, I love the Irish. I spoke with the Irish.
You know
It was
what?
my first country I ever went to when I left America, and they were nothing but lovely every single time. I'm taking some Irish nut. Please,
You know what? I might have to engage in some nut solidarity because I too... I too appreciate the Irish nut. Now, but is there whiskey in this or something like that? I don't know.
I'm going to tell myself there is, and if there isn't,
like
I'm
Baileys
going to do
something?
so. I'm going to. I don't know if it's some Irish whiskey in there. What do you mean?
Yeah, like
It's
it looks like it's meant to have some of that.
I feel like it does.
Okay, Irish nut.
Irish nut for 2, thanks.
Thank you.
Double up the Irish nut. Anyway, again, canceled or famous. We said it. And finally, what are you getting from your Soul Origins breakfast selection? Chorizo and egg wrap.
Arriba.
Almond croissant.
Oui.
Ham Benedict roll.
Benedict.
All right. Bacon and egg roll. This is real easy for me. Chorizo, please, because
Yeah.
I'm not a croissant. Eggs Benedict is never my thing, because fuck that, man. Yeah, this bacon and egg roll looks so sad.
You, Benedict Cumberbatch, fuck you.
Fuck you, Benedict Cumberbatch. Dr. Strange should have been a Middle Eastern man.
He just... oh my God! Fuck you and your breakfast dishes.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh! And this bacon and egg roll looks again.
She has never had a seasoning.
So suspect.
She's never been seasoned in her life.
So suspect.
She's like, what is that? Liqueur? It's
Yeah.
like adjacent to fruit flavoring.
So suspect. And I've never trusted an almond croissant in my life. I don't know what it is. It's just I like a little bit of sweet, but it's just like, oh my gosh, it's so sweet.
All right, once you pick your pick, it tells you your answer, and I'm actually very excited to hear what you got because we only agreed on one thing.
No, we agreed on.
We
Oh yeah,
we only agreed.
Well,
on
I
the
think
Irish
we're about
nut.
to agree on 2 things because I think I'm gonna do the chorizo and egg wrap,
Mm.
and then that's it. And boom.
I feel like they dragged you. They say never been kissed based on your selections.
Pretty much, they were like, you had your first kiss at 23. Because they were just like, the way you were out here choosing. But it doesn't give the little explanation. I thought I was going to say
No.
something about, yeah, you had your first kiss at 23. Well, close.
How close was it?
Yeah, like,
Tell the audience, how close was it?
I think I was like either I was like 11 or 12.
So
yeah.
that's not close at all.
Yeah.
I remember having a first kiss when I was like 5 because I knew I was gay since like the dawn of time.
Yeah.
But it's like little kiss, like, oh, we did it, hee hee. But
Yeah.
I don't know if I like count that. My first like proper kiss was probably 16, 17, and actually that's what the result gave me. So I looked at it, I'm like, let me count. Because I had to go back in the archives, but I was jumping back 17 years. I'm like, is that true? Is that true? It's like, calculating, carry the one. I think, yeah, that's actually pretty accurate. This nonsense BuzzFeed quiz of all the breakfast food that I wouldn't actually eat was right. You know, broken clock is right 2 times a day anyway.
I'm just, they're just like, with your choices, nobody wanted to kiss you.
I was like, you ate breakfast alone. You ate breakfast alone.
Until your 20s. I'm like, okay, BuzzFeed, fine.
Drag me. It's like,
drag me, BuzzFeed.
And this is why you got canceled.
This is why, I mean, hey, you know what it really was? It was probably that Subway menu.
Yes, when you pick that egg and cheese wrap. Look at it.
It
Look at it again.
has spinach in it. It has spinach in it.
And it is a whole ass mess. I cannot with you.
But it was probably also the 2 pancakes.
What? The thing I tried to save you from?
I
tried to save you from re-virginizing yourself, and you said, no, I'll take the pancakes, please.
I will take my pancakes every time.
And that's all you're getting.
Well, that was fun.
It was fun.
Oh, look at this beautiful face. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our very lovely, amazing, talented friend, Kolby! Yay!
Hey, y'all.
So amazing.
Hey,
how are you?
Good. I miss y'all so much.
Oh, I
we
miss
miss you too.
Deeply.
You know,
deeply.
I was talking to Sharice today.
Shout out to Sharice. Shout out to Sharice.
How is Sharice and the baby?
Yes. She's good. That baby is growing.
Gosh.
Huge. But so smart. She sends her love.
Oh, well, we
send
send it right on back because love me some Sharice. I can't believe she's a mama now.
Right?
Oh, we
Time.
done grown up.
Just flying.
We done grown up. But yes, Kolby, one of our friends that was in the original group chat.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We were here in the Melanated and Melvin group chat.
The OG.
The OG one.
That wasn't shade, but you took it there immediately.
I was just trying to give context. And he is multifaceted, multi-talented. When we met, you were come from away?
Mm-hmm.
Or come far away?
Yeah.
We'll edit that out.
My mom still calls it that, so you fine.
I'm really in my auntie here.
You
So
are.
I'm
It's like in my auntie back real.
Your auntie era.
I mean, the outfit, she said auntie.
Mm-hmm.
She said auntie.
She said, I got some greens on the stove.
Exactly. How long this gonna take?
Y'all-
I'm gonna call you back.
Y'all hungry?
I'm gonna tie this shoe. I'm gonna call you back.
Actually, I take that back. Nicole wouldn't say y'all hungry because that would involve Nicole cooking something.
Oh my gosh, and we all know that's a stretch. But yes.
We're just winging it, being bad bitches on a budget. So,
But y'all killing it, though. I love listening. I love listening. Y'all killing it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Babe, thanks for listening. God, I miss you
Miss yo.
so much. Oh, the
Speaking of killing it, like we were watching you.
Exactly.
Like I'm trying to get like you. Trying to get like you, Broadway.
Okay, performing for Miss Gail King. I was like, oh my God.
Right.
I've been screaming at
But, you know,
everything.
but it's so crazy. It all happens so fast, and it's like sensory overload. So I haven't really had time to process everything. But I'm like, is that Gail King? Is that Hillary Clinton? Is that like all these people are in the audience? And it's crazy.
Oh my God, that's so amazing. But honestly, it makes so much sense because you're just so freaking talented. So I remember the very first time that I saw you perform, I was just like, oh my gosh, it's so breathtaking. It's so good. You just have such a presence and you got the big smile and you're singing and then the acting is on point. And I'm just like, that's my friend right there. Go ahead, friend.
Well, thank you. But that's me looking at you on every commercial in Australia.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Very that.
Every person, every model, actor, everything.
Just doing all of it.
We try. We making it work.
Star quality. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on. I know it's super late for you. Literally ran straight from a show just to come talk a little us.
I'm catching up with my friends. That's how I see it.
Oh, exactly right. And so for our listeners who have never met you, we're just going to go through, give you your origin story when you got into musical theater and performing arts as a whole, how you ended up in Australia, and then we can just kind of talk shit from there, if that works for you.
I'm good at that, yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, so who you is, where you from?
Yeah, I'm originally from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
What?
Did you not know that?
Have we done this before?
I knew that.
I never knew because I lived in Lawton.
Texas. That's how you know.
Yeah, because I lived in Lawton, Oklahoma, so we would go up to Oklahoma City.
Did we talk about that?
That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I'm ruining it.
I don't think y'all. Well, no, you can this is fine.
That's
This is a
crazy.
conversation. Go on.
That's so crazy. I never know anything about my
love
friends. I'm just like friends with him, and I don't ask follow-up questions. But yes, from Oklahoma, OKLAHOMA, Oklahoma is okay.
Yeah. And then I went to college in Ohio at Otterbein University, and then I moved to New York right after that
Oh my gosh,
because
yeah.
I was a musical theater major, so I signed with the musical theater agent and moved to New York after that.
I love that you're following
And
your
so
dreams.
fast forward to 2019, where I'm cast in Come From Away in Australia. And so I spent 2 years there, including the pandemic.
Mm.
I went home from March to December of 2020 and then came back and finished out another 8 or 9 months.
Yeah, like we met.
And I met y'all in the process.
Exactly. We met
Correct.
because I remember I was working at one of the bars in Smith Street, and there's never any black people here. So I'm just watching down the table when you walk into the bar, and I'm like, "What are you doing here? I've never seen you before."
You were talking to me and I was like, and you're American. I was
Yeah.
like, seeing a black person's already
Yeah, it was already like a
different.
unicorn.
Different. That's so diplomatic of you.
And then seeing that you were American or Canadian, I was like, he's one or the other.
Yeah.
And so that was cool. And yeah, that's where we met.
And it was actually so hilarious because I ended up going to one of the preview shows of Come From Away, and I was watching you perform, and I was like, I know this is dumb because I know all black people don't look like, but I know that man. Because you just arrived for practice, so there would have been a couple of months in between. So I was like, I know him. I was listening, watching the show, and I was like, no. And then like after the show, we went to the same bar, and then you guys came back, and I was like, oh, I love your show, and you're like, oh, hey, it's you again, and like me again, and then my brain's like, "Throop." I remember now, and it was like you were there with the whole cast, Reese and everybody, and then it was just like it was history from the rest of them.
Well, and then you introduced me to all the other black people in Melbourne, which was really nice. Because
Yeah.
Sharice and I were like, we gotta find some
We gotta find
people
some,
of color.
gotta find some melanation, absolutely.
Yes, yeah.
Melanation for the situation. Yeah.
Correct. I know that's right. Amen to
Melanation for
that.
the
Shakes
situation.
tambourine with fervor because it is necessary. You need to have that solidarity. You have to in order to survive.
Well and truly. Actually, I forgot to
Exactly.
tell you, I got the nod today. I got a nod today on the way from the gym.
Another nod.
There's a black man working security, and because we were talking earlier, there's more black people here. I don't know when it happened, but they're just like popping up like weeds,
Like
and I'm like,
daisies.
come on in here. And
Who lived there or visited? Or?
I don't know. Like, well, he was working security, so he's at least working here for a little bit. He was doing security. Like, looked out the window. He gave me the nod. I gave him the nod back, and I'm like, oh my god, that just happened. Because it's been a while. It's been a while and few and far between. So I'm like, you know what? Yes, we will take that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't see you, Melbourne.
I know. They're trying to get it together. It's been good. It's been good, but we definitely miss you because now you are back in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and I cannot believe you are in the most incredible production of, is it the reimagining of The Wiz? Would you call it that?
Yeah, absolutely. Because, The Wiz came out 50 years ago.
Oh!
And the thing is about,
Y'all know
Isn't
how I
that
feel
crazy?
about time.
And the
Okay.
thing-
Yeah, Nicole hates that.
when it came out, it was current. It was of the time.
Yes.
Music was of the 70s,
Mm.
Yep.
And so when people saw it then, they're like, oh, this is fresh and new and of the time. So this version, we're not singing the 70s music because that was of then. We're still singing the same songs, and yes, everyone's favorite song is still there, but now it is more of today.
Oh, that's
the
so
choreography.
cool. That's so
It's
cool.
like hip hop, and we're nodding at all of Black culture. This version is very of today. The costumes are of today and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
That's so exciting. And then for our listeners at home who may not know what The Wiz is the reimagining of The Wizard of Oz, but through like a black lens.
The better version.
Yeah.
It's the better version.
Wake it up. Look at here.
Listen,
You said it.
Judy Garland did what she tried. She did her best. For the time, she did her best, and then they said, let me do this. Let me add some seasoning to this baby girl, because she's never seen anything more than a bit of pepper and salt in her life, and that's okay.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love me some Judy Garland. But it's something about the Wiz that, we all saw Wizard of Oz, especially our age group. We grew up, we knew what it was. But then you see the Wiz and you're like, oh, this is for me.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so special. I know the story already, but now I'm seeing it told through a relatable lens.
Correct.
Absolutely.
And it's fun and it's jazzy. And I want to say that The Wiz was a Broadway production before the movie came out, right? Because Stephanie Mills was the original Black Dorothy. And then I think she was going to play, and I think there may have been a little controversy. We won't get up here, but I think there was a little bit of controversy because Stephanie Mills was supposed to play Dorothy in the movie, but then they ended up casting Diana Ross. And don't know what happened there. Much love to Miss Stephanie Mills for sure, because she's absolutely a talent. But it's just like Diana Ross. They probably just wanted a big name.
Power.
Yeah, they wanted the star power. But I mean, they had Michael Jackson. But they had Michael Jackson as the Scarecrow.
Right.
And then Nipsey Russell, thank you.
Russell.
And
you were thinking Nipsey Hussle. You're trying not to say Nipsey
no,
Hussle.
I'm trying to think of who the lion was, but I can't think of their name at the moment.
Ross.
Thank you. Come on now.
I mean, you would hope so. Like, you would hope you would have the information.
Don't ask me too many questions now. I don't do that much research.
You already got the job, baby girl. It doesn't matter anymore.
That's all right. You're already there. But yeah, an incredible retelling musical version. Because I mean, the original was musical as well, but I like the fact that I felt like Dorothy kind of went into Oz with her uncles and was like trying to get through it and like trying to get. Isn't that what it's like? It's like she.
Yeah.
But that's what's different now with our version. The guy who plays our lion did an interview recently, and he said it was like Dorothy. It was like this young girl was with a whole bunch of old men just walking through.
It was her uncles. It was her uncles.
Now they are all like close to each other's age, like late 20s, early 30s.
Okay.
Cute.
So it feels like friends. It's friends. So it's not so much like we're trying to teach you. It's more of like
we're just coming together. We're doing this together.
Oh, that's
different. Stephanie Mills was at opening night. She came backstage.
Oh my goodness! Oh, I would have levitated.
They're talking to you, but you don't know what. You're just like, I don't know. No, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, she came backstage, and Andre DeShields came, who's the original Wizard. He came back.
God.
All of them from the original cast of the Wiz, they were at opening night and then came back. We all have a picture and everything. I'll send it to you. Really cool.
Please do, so I can Photoshop myself into just that's so cool.
Black royalty and
yes, legends.
Broadway didn't have a lot of stuff that was for us. We still don't really, but then especially we didn't have a lot of shows, Broadway shows that were for us, and that's royalty to me, especially for me being a musical theater nerd. Like,
absolutely,
that's royalty
for sure. Because it feels like, especially in the '70s, it was such a beautiful time of Black music and Black art, and it felt like, even though we have a really long way to travel, it felt like it was tough, but it felt like maybe there was more out there that was unapologetically Black. It felt like they're just gonna do their Black thing, and we're just gonna let them do their Black thing, and it wasn't as manicured and how are we going to make this digestible for white audiences. It was very much you guys go do your thing over there, whereas like now things that are considered Black art have to run through a filter of some executive being like, well, how are we going to make this digestible for Bob and them in Missouri? And it's a watered down kind of thing, but you're grateful for the art, but there was just something about Black art in the 70s that was just incredible and unapologetic. And then Quincy freaking Jones writing all the music for The Wiz is just, once again, another... A legend. Just incredible, out of this world talent. And then, I'm so happy that it's having this resurgence. I can't believe you get to be a part of it. That's so cool.
It's insane. Like, and there's times I literally am like, I'm really doing this. This is crazy.
Yes!
And it goes to show, especially being an actor, you just never know what's going to happen in a week's time, a month's time. You never know where you're going to be. Like, before I came to Australia, I literally had a month's notice, which is crazy. And I was saying to someone, like, if you would have asked me around this time last year, if I was going to be in The Wiz on Broadway, I probably would have been like, cute, no. So
see?
Yeah.
Well, that's the exciting and terrifying part of being an actor. But yeah, it's been amazing.
Oh, that's so
and just to be a part of, especially making my Broadway debut with an all-Black cast, is like
and you'll always remember the first one.
Like you touched on something when you talked about in the 70s, how the Blackness in theater was very unique then because it was our thing. We did it. Now I think because through time, people like to steal our stuff and people like to appropriate and all that. So now it's not ours anymore. And so this feels like, okay, this is we holding this real close to our chest now. So
very much so.
And I think the audience, I think the audience feels that.
Absolutely, because my girl Amber Ruffin is one of the writers for The Wiz, and I love me some Amber. She's so funny. She's one of the writers for Late Night with Seth Meyers. She's so funny. I listened to her podcast with her sister Lacey. Oh my God, she is such a trip. And when she said that she was rewriting The Wiz, I was like, what? I need to hear. I'm like, I need to see this. I don't care how. And then the fact that you're in the show, I'm like, I feel so close to this. I'm all the way over here. Amber, just so happy. Stop, you don't know her. You know her.
Well, yeah, she was in the room with us every day.
And
she's been with us the whole time. And another person that when I got there the first day of rehearsal, I was like, that's Amber Ruffin. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then fast forward to me now seeing her every day, and she's a friend of mine. And and I talk to her, and it's the kindest person you ever meet. Like what you see on TV is the person that she's a genius. And she really managed to make this script up today and funny and current. And she listens to us as actors. She's like, oh, I like that. Let's change it to that. You know, it's hers, but she's so flexible when it comes to creating with other people. And that's why I like her a lot.
Oh, see, that's what I love. Because to me, art is about being collaborative. It's not necessarily just like one person having one vision and being like, oh, this is what it should be. This is what it's supposed to be. It's meant to be collaborative. You're meant to take in new things, and then you get to see how far things go. It's like mixing colors together. Yes, red is nice on its own, but you bring a little bit of yellow in and you get some orange. That adds a whole nother dynamic. So it's good to be collaborative. It's good to have different ingredients included, and that makes me so happy because I love her so bad to take one of her phrases.
No, I can see you two getting along very well. Honestly. Like y'all got the same sense of humor.
She's so silly. She's just so silly, and I feel like there's such strength in silliness and people who don't take themselves so seriously. I mean, like some people do because that's their armor, and that's how they get through life. And more power to them. But she's somebody I've always admired because she's just like, I'm just gonna be silly and I'm gonna be vulnerable and that's gonna be fine and that's just what's gonna work for me. And she's funny on top of that. But she also feels like she'll cuss you out in a second too.
Well, that's the thing. Like, she's so nice and sweet. You can tell the way the script is written. She know how to tell you where to go and how to get there. You know,
it's
what train to take.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah.
He's like, don't push
drag.
Yeah, because I will push back. But one of the things, like, because you've worked in Australia and also you're back in New York and just doing the things, I would love for you to give your account on what it was like working on an Australian-based production versus an American-based production, if there was a difference.
Oh, no, a huge difference because...
I didn't want to assume that.
I'm sorry. No, let me get professional.
No, it is like the union. I mean, like there's actors unions in both, but the union in Australia is very different than ours, just in things, how they go about addressing issues and all that kind of stuff. So that's one thing. And another thing is Australian audiences are so much quieter.
Yes. Oh, my goodness.
You're giving Nicole her opportunity to stand up and talk about this.
Like in America, we're wild, we're loud, and we're crazy. And then I get to Australia, and the audience is just sitting there with their hands folded, looking at me like I'm crazy. But but it's fine. It's fine. You know, they were great. I mean, I enjoyed. Like I said, I still talk about Come From Away being the highlight of my career. But yeah, the audiences are very different. Yeah. That's the biggest thing I noticed between the two, for sure. But with Come From Away, it was originally done here. And so the creative team from here went to Australia. So I never really created a show with an Australian team before.
Okay.
You know.
You've already mentioned it briefly, so I don't feel like I'm going to trigger you by asking about this. But because you had to go with COVID, what was that like? Because you had to kind of stop Come From Away to go home and then come back. What was that process like for you? Because like us, we were just like stuck inside, but you was just like this and that, and then the lockdowns.
It was crazy because I remember we were doing Come From Away, and I could be wrong, but I want to say we were supposed to close on March 24th of 2020 in Melbourne, take a break, and then go to China and open Come From Away there.
I remember.
And then come back to Sydney. That was the timeline. And I remember they were like, there's this thing that's going on called coronavirus, and we're going to have to close down the show a week early. So it was just a week early for me. I was like, oh, I'll be back. And then we knew China was canceled. Because, you know, that's where it started.
You ain't have to say it like
you
that.
Have to laugh.
You know, China was canceled.
You didn't have to laugh like that, though.
We did.
Just
they told us that in January. They were like, coronavirus, you know, it's running rampant over there. So we're going to cancel. The China Center is canceled, and then we'll come back to Sydney in June. So anyway, went home in March and didn't come back to Australia until December 2020. So I was supposed to come back and start in Sydney in June, July, I think. But I didn't start back until December in Sydney. And then when I got there, I had to quarantine for 2 weeks in a hotel.
Oh, no. You had to do hotel quarantine by yourself?
For 2 weeks, couldn't leave.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, that's like,
I think we all did some form of hotel quarantine, but I think you probably got it the worst coming from America and be like, we saw what's over there.
Oh, no, I was ready to get out. No, I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
I'm about to tunnel through the floor with a spoon. You're just like, give me free.
Yeah. No, Trump was president. I'm like, get me out.
Yeah,
I was like, we got to go. We got to bounce.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I was ready to go. So I quarantined for 2 weeks in Sydney, and then opened the Come From Way again in Melbourne first week of January.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
That feels like yesterday, even though it was definitely not. That was 3 years ago now.
Yeah. The show closed about 3 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a hot ass mess because when I went back to America in 2022 because the borders finally opened. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to the East Coast, do all that, and then COVID's like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
And it's like,
hold my purse.
It's like, yes, ma'am. It's like, you know what? Let me go home because it was still a 2 week quarantine. I'm like, I'm gonna go pop up there, see what everybody's doing, go see some Broadway, see my girls, and then it's like Omicron wiping through New York. And I'm like, you know what? I can call them. We could just FaceTime. We don't have to do this.
Yeah, it was Delta. Delta came in and shook the kids up, and then I called it Omarion. Came in and shook the kids up.
Omarion. She said, watch me quash this shit.
I got an icebox where my heart
I was called Omarion, Omarosa. Like, I never called it.
Omarosa. Oh, my God.
What was it called again?
Omicron.
The omnivalent.
Omarion's playing in my head right now, so I just I'm so cold, I'm so cold, I'm so cold, I'm so cold.
It's like I saw
Remember
Nicole.
the touch video?
Yes! Oh, my God, that's literally what we're like, doom, 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 touch.
Yes.
I want to say, I want to say.
Like, that song still kind of goes hard, though. But I really like that song.
I really did love that song. I miss that era of R&B where you could be walking down a street and then a fine man would come up and like dance to you in the music video.
That's harassment.
Just like that.
That's literally harassment.
Hey, but if he's like at least dancing and like singing a little bit, at least I'm getting something from it. At least a little bit of something. You know, give me a show. Give me a show. Give me something rather than just the regular harassment. Give me some pizzazz.
Sparkling harassment. I got you.
Like,
for me, if you're bouncing around and doing all these ridiculous things, I'm worried you're mentally unwell because now you're just like singing at me and dancing at me. I'm like, I'm just trying to mind my own business. Let me just text harder.
Yeah.
I can just, because you know, here in Harlem, there's catcalling happening all the time. I can just see all these men just trying to dance like Omarion and Marlon.
I'm like, if I'm getting, because in New York,
is everybody doing the snake?
Correct. It's like, give me a 1-2 step. Like, I don't mind it because, especially in New York, especially during the summertime, when it gets to sundress season, street harassment is just at an all-time high, and you just get told the most ridiculous things. And if you don't respond to said thing, if you ignore it, then it gets way worse. It gets so bad. Like, I remember one time some guy was just like, hey, yellow. Yeah, you in the yellow. Because, of course, if, like, you're wearing a color, that's how they address you.
That's the color.
They're like, hey, yellow, what you doing? What you doing? Where are you going? And then I just kept walking, and then I'd fix my jacket or something. And then he's like, why are you rubbing your belly like you pregnant? And I was like, okay, sir.
If he sang that to you,
I mean, at least if he sang it, I'd be entertained. I just didn't even want to deal. But yeah, anywho, at least make it worthwhile.
Well, like, the thing is, you could be pregnant, so like, clear back up. Like, why is this my business?
You know what?
Don't be calling me out like that.
It's
right?
not even like it's like that one or like the ones where it's like, you weren't that fine anyways. Then why are you talking to me? Then why are you yelling? Why are you yelling at me?
It's like, sir, you have 2 teeth, one is taken, and I'm the one that's not.
Oh no, not the teeth. Not the teeth. Oh, New York. Oh, New York.
You miss it so much, I can tell.
Oh, New York. There are bits that I miss and then bits that I don't. And the snaggletooth catcalling is definitely one of the things I could keep.
So my question is, we were talking about Nicole missing New York. Do you miss Australia?
Yeah, absolutely. I talk about it all the time. Honestly, like I'm like, I would go back in a heartbeat if I had the opportunity. I mean, I met some really good friends out there who I still keep in touch with, and that's saying a lot. And it was 2 years of my life, you know. So I will go back in a heartbeat. I love it there. And everyone who knows me knows that I love it there. They're like, I'm about Australia again, man.
Kristen had the same
thing. And the first
thing.
question I always get asked is, are there black people there? I'm always there like, are there black people in Australia? That's always the first question.
And that's literally, I mean, we say it all the time. That's why we started this. I'm like, hey, we're here, and here's some other people that we met that are also black and melanated, and this is what they're doing. And if we just band together, we're going to keep making it bigger. We'll keep making a bit of a stink until people know that there's black people here.
Because we're it hot.
You're doing the Lord's work over there.
Oh, thank you. We do our best. Yay. And only so many hours in the day. Actually, speaking of hours of the day, what is your day-to-day like now that you're a Broadway baddie? Like, what is that like? 'Cause obviously, you're working. You ran here, which again, we're very grateful for that. But
I love Broadway Baddie. Well, we've been in rehearsals a lot. We just opened this past Wednesday, so we did a lot of rehearsal during the day, show at night. Mm-hmm. So now I have my days free mostly, and unless I have understudy rehearsals, I understudy The Lion and The Wiz. So I have rehearsals some days, but now I have my days free. So I go to the gym, or I'll clean, run errands, that kind of thing. But I don't know what it's like yet because we haven't really had that much time. But now I have a little more.
Oh, that's so good. I cannot believe that I've totally forgot to ask about this. Mr. Wayne Brady. I cannot believe I did not bring this up.
I thought you, like, because when this was coming, like, I was like, Nicole's going to have a million questions, so I didn't write anything down. So I was like, I'll just ask these few questions they pop up, and Nicole just like, Broadway.
Yes.
Just in space.
Because there's like so many things, but like Mr. Wayne Brady, somebody who I believe is an underrated talent in comedy and in music. Have you been?
And he dances as well.
What? Come on, triple threat. He's just like, we know. I know him. That's funny.
He's dancing in this show, cutting the rug, honey. Yeah.
Oh my God. I can't even. And he is the Wiz. I hope this gives him his proper because I just think he's so talented and just
and fun.
And fun. And a pansexual baddie. He came out a few years ago, I want to say.
I remember that.
He looks younger than I do. The man is like fit.
Yes.
Doing the splits and stuff. I said, get your butt up off that show.
Somebody get the
no, Deborah Cox is in the show as well.
Deborah Cox, the Deborah Cox.
Yeah, she's Glinda.
Oh my gosh. Oh, there's not going to be a dry eye in the house because believe in yourself. Y'all gonna have to resuscitate me.
But that's why I'm freaking out all the time because I'm really working with these people. Like I'm working with them and I'm sharing the stage with them. Like, how did you get here? I mean, nobody's supposed to be here. Yeah. Like,
yes,
absolutely not. Like,
nobody's supposed to be here.
That's what I was saying in my head. I completely stopped believing she said Deborah Cox, and I was like, yeah, sorry. Continue.
How did you? Sorry.
It's literally the Pride anthem. Like, the gays made a techno version of it. Like,
yes.
Dun 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 dun.
She really is an icon, and so being able to even say I'm in the room with them, let alone sharing the stage with them, engaging with them, like it's crazy. Those are like my pinch me moments.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, but friend, you so deserve to be there because you are such a talent. You absolutely deserve to be there.
1,000%.
I hope you use those pinch me moments as like, I want to say validation, but I feel like that's not enough. But just know you're supposed to be there.
It does. Yeah, and believe me, my imposter syndrome is through the roof always because that's just me and how I live my life. But I do. I'm sometimes like, you know what? I've worked hard to get here. I've been doing this for a very long time.
Correct.
So you never know if you will ever have an opportunity like this again. So just take it one step at a time and just have a good time.
Oh my God, that's so fabulous. And then speaking of your other talented co-stars as well. Oh God, what's that? Oh, that fine boy. Oh, his face is so beautiful. Oh God, what is his name? Is it Avery?
Kolby.
Yeah, period. It is Kolby.
It's like, my name is right under. My name is listed right under the screen. What are you talking about?
You're talking to him right now. What is she?
That's the flustered. That's why she's flustered.
Avery Wilson. That's the one. Because I remember he was on Tiny Desk with Babyface, and he sang.
Yeah, the man's voice is unreal. Like every single night. Like, how does he do this 8 times a week? It's unreal. And we all toured together, so we all became a family. And we all just got really, and so it's kind of like I sometimes forget these celebrity. And like,
Yeah,
a lot
like
of people
that's
know
so.
them. Like, we'll be going out and like, can I take a picture with you? I'm like, oh yeah, forget it. That's right. But yeah, he's unreal.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, and then I know that you guys did previews. You went to different cities to preview the show, and I wanted to know what was your favorite city that you guys did a preview in? Because I imagine Detroit would have gone off.
Well, that's the thing. We didn't go to Detroit, which I'm surprised we didn't.
Really?
I felt like that was
Oh
like,
my
that's
gosh!
a market.
I would say that's like central. I think
Oh
of
my gosh!
course, Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Atlanta. They embraced us with open arms. They wanted us to be great, so they were just excited. The energy in that place was amazing, and to just have again celebrities wall to wall at the show, it was crazy. And then LA was great too. That was our last city on tour, so we were tired. We were hauling our way to the finish line, but I would say Atlanta is my favorite city for sure, hands down.
Oh,
for the
that's
tour.
fabulous. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. Favorite song to perform from the show?
Tie back to when they get to Emerald City. So that Emerald City is my favorite number. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, that is so. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see.
Very current, right? So since the music is very up today and we twerking and we doing, we going at it.
Y'all twerking in the Wiz? Y'all twerking in Oz? Oh my God, let me pack my bag.
I mean, Nicole is going to be standing. Nicole will be standing.
These crunch bucket knees are mine.
Not crunch bucket knees.
They're like, whose uncle is up there to twerk?
You auditioned for the Tin Man originally.
Oil can.
Oil.
Oh, right. I was Tin Man. Oil on these knees. Help.
No, you will actually have to restrain Nicole. Now that she knows there's twerking in the musical, she's gonna be sitting there. She's like, I'm gonna hop on stage. Like you gotta watch her.
Please,
find out when she goes, get some extra security because you might look back and suddenly she's behind you.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Kolby.
No, I was like, would they take this to Australia? But like, it would have to be a mostly American cast. I don't think there's enough black people.
No, I mean they did Hamilton,
but you should get on it if they do.
I mean you should. Especially because they did Hamilton here, and like there were white people in it, but a lot of Pacific Islanders.
But Hamilton is more about like just people of color.
Yeah,
it's
correct.
Like
it wasn't
like we wouldn't have like an Asian Dorothy, even though I'm, it's black,
it's true though.
We wouldn't.
Yeah.
But you're coming to New York, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nicole's going to America before me. I think she's going to be in New York a week or two before I get there. So we're both going to be in New York, and it's going down.
Oh, we got to get together then.
Yeah, no, absolutely no, because I need to figure out, because I have to see this show. I'm not going to leave America if I don't. So.
I mean, you will.
I can't.
You will leave America.
I can't. No, because I need to see it. I've just been I'm just so obsessed with it. I'm just so excited for it, and it's just. It seems like a dream, and I can't even imagine what it looks like from the inside out. And so I'll be able to tell you from an audience perspective, but I know I'm going to be boo-hoo crying in the theater.
Yeah,
because it's just so touching. It's so touching seeing your friends live their dream, and then just a show that just means so much to our culture, and just seeing it come back, and then that way it can have new fans and the younger generation getting a chance to connect to this. And just oh my gosh. And then I know when my girl Dorothy sings Home, even just thinking about it right now, I feel
get ready.
the goosebumps.
Oh, no, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Can't remember her name, but I think she sang it on the morning show. And I played the first few seconds, and I was like, I need to pause this. I was like, I have to be able to go through it.
Yeah.
Because it was going to get me, because her voice, she was singing down in the first few seconds, and she has really beautiful, clear tone. Love that bell tone in her voice. It's just so beautiful.
Iconic. And like her version is gonna go down in history.
For real.
Like Stephanie Mills did. It's of this generation, and her voice. Everyone's voice in this cast. Like everyone in this cast can sing. And that's what people walk away being like, I have not heard voice on Broadway in a very long time.
That's so
the
good.
kids sing it for sure. But Nichelle, who plays Dorothy, is amazing. Her Broadway debut as well. She's a star. A true.
Fantastic. That's incredible.
She's young. I feel so old in the cast. I feel like everyone's like in their 20s. And I'm like, I'm usually the youngest one in the cast. Why am I the uncle now? Like,
oh my gosh.
But no, they're great. It's just a young, fresh cast, and I think that's what a revival should be. So, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's nice. It's good to have fresh blood because one of the things that I hear that is a constant critique of Australian TV and Australian shows is that they'll use a lot of the same people over and over and over again. You'll see a lot of the same leads. You'll see a lot of the same storylines. And people are just like, how are we going to get the younger generation? Like, not that that's like the only purpose, but there are younger people out there and you got to give them a chance.
Yep.
Like, you got to give them a chance to come through and show what they've got and grow and bring new blood to things. Because that's how you really create interest and longevity.
Right. I think it's just sometimes the producers just want to play it safe, so we don't want to take any chances. But that's how you discover stars and talent. You got to try. You got to take a shot in the dark and find someone new. And that's what people want. People want something new and fresh, you know. And no shade to the actors who work all the time. Good for them. But, you know, why not have a new face, a new energy, new blood? That's what it's about, you know, because the world's still spinning.
Yes,
you know?
Correct. Period.
One of the questions I wanted to ask, because the underlying theme of a lot of the stuff we've been doing is just giving people the opportunity to know what it's like here and how to get here. But what was the process like for you to just apply for Come From Away? And because it was an international show, like how did you go from point A? Because you said it was also very quickly, like boom, you found it a month before. So what was that like from start to finish? So like if there's other musically inclined people who are like, I would love to do this, but I have no idea.
Yeah, it was the kind of thing of I auditioned, and then I was like, I don't even know if I would take it if I got it, because my mom was like, you're not going all the way over there. That's too far, you know? But I was like, I really love this show, and so I auditioned, and when I got the job, I was like, I think I'm going to do it. And it was the best decision I've ever made, only because Australia is a great, great country, and I felt safe there. You know, every country has issues. We all got stuff that bothers us. But one thing I can say about Australia is I felt safe and I felt taken care of.
Yes.
Just in terms of like no guns, healthcare, things like that. So when I got there, I got a taste of what it could be like to just kind of have a little peace. As an American, and like it gave me a taste of that, and that's why I was like, I will go back in a heartbeat, because I was looking back at it, I was like, I just never had that fear there, and I'm sure, again, dangerous things can happen everywhere, but that was my main thing that I loved about Australia. I just felt safe, and I met really good people.
Yeah, 100%. Well, we really miss you.
Yeah, absolutely, and we'll get to see you again soon.
Too.
Yeah, really
I'll be seeing you soon.
Yes, I will be seeing you in New York.
Yep.
And I cannot wait to hug you, and I can't wait to tell you how proud I am of you in person. And I may not be speaking coherently, but just know it's just because the emotions are running.
Imagine as a translator running over her head. It's like, everything.
Breathe, mama, breathe.
Yeah.
I think I've exhausted all of my whiz lore and just shaken down Kolby for all the inside information.
Yeah.
So thank you for taking the time to talk with us, honey. We really, really appreciate it.
Absolutely appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me. And I'm sorry that my internet is not the best, but I appreciate the time.
No, we're super grateful because, again, when we decide to have like international calls, technology is going to be what it is. They still get the story. They'll still love it. And if they have follow-ups, we'll go Instagram Live or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
No, we're going to make it work. And if any of our listeners out there are planning on taking a trip to the States anytime soon, and you're going to be in New York and you need to catch a show, even though you may not know about it, go check out The Wiz. It is going to be the pinnacle of culture, music, talent, singing, acting, storytelling. Just give it a chance. Go see it. You will not be disappointed. I'm so sure of it. I'm not a betting woman, but I put a bet on it.
I'm a gambler. That's a safe bet. I think that's a very safe bet. Would you happen to be able to tell the listeners how long it will be on, or for currently what it's projected to run for?
Well, we're hoping for it to be extended, but we're set till August of this year. So we got all summer.
Easy peasy.
Summer here.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Northern
Fair
Hemisphere
enough.
summer, yes. Do you want to shout your socials out so that our listeners can follow you as well and see your fantasticness all around?
Yeah, I'm. My Instagram is KolbyKin, KolbyKin, and that's pretty much it. I'm kind of lame when it comes to social media. I try to stick to one thing, but yeah.
You are not lame. Your
Not
aesthetic is
Twitter or
amazing,
anything
and we
like that.
love it.
Yeah, I don't think lame and Broadway Baddie go in the same sentence.
Absolutely
So,
not.
yes, request denied. Request denied.
Broadway Baddie. We're going to trademark that one, too.
Period.
I'm sure someone else has said it, but if not, either, we've locked it in.
It's too late.
Done.
You better lawyer up if you was no.
Lawyer up, buddy. we're not prepared, but that's okay.
Correct.
But thank you so much. And to our listeners, thank you also for listening and hanging out with us. But until next time, I'm Ri'chard.
And I'm Nicole.
And this has been Melanated in Melbourne.
See you guys, and thank you, Kolby. Yay!
Bye.
Bye.
This has been Melanated in Melbourne, a podcast that analyzes the Australian lifestyle from the lens of two Black American besties. Visit us at melanatedinmelbourne.com or follow us on Instagram to send us your comments or questions. Thank you for listening.